I'm sorry, my voice is almost 100%. It's like 85, maybe 90. But saw this. Someone sent it to me. And I was like, oh my goodness. Hasan and iDubbbz on Keemstar? Ethan Klein and Steven Crowder? Now that is an epic poggers moment. Okay? So I am curious. Okay? About what's going to go on here. Let's see. Is this iDubbbz' girlfriend? Is this his wife or girlfriend? Is that who this is? Cool. I'm assuming that's her. Why is Hasan with iDubbbz? Because, you know, it's intermingling. This is one of the things here. It's like it's intermingling. Listen, I know Hasan isn't really liked by a lot of people, but that doesn't mean that everybody hates him. Okay? Like, I just want you guys to know. Okay, I'm not a particular fan of Hasan. I think he's done some less than stellar things. But, like, why would, like, you know, iDubbbz isn't exactly rooted in, like, a political commentary community. I don't think that he knows about the Russian misinformation and whatnot and other sussy things, you know? And plus, Hasan's mainstream, bro. He's going to be successful whether you guys like it or not. And that's life, right? And that's okay. Because it's a more successful Hasan is, the more content we get. We get to make on Hasan. We don't lose. We don't lose, guys. We just stay winning. We're part of the Hasan industrial complex. Anyway, I'm just curious about what's going on here. I don't think Hasan did anything. He had iDubbbz on. It seems like they talked about Keemstar. Let's just see what's going on. Let's turn it up too.
The streets are saying Keemstar.
No.
They want to see Keemstar get his ass beat.
I mean, I would love to have Keemstar.
Me too.
We've offered he can come to Seattle. And
yeah.
Personally, I think Keemstar is too afraid to fight anybody. He keeps saying Ethan Klein because Ethan Klein's out of shape. And Ethan Klein probably wouldn't put in effort to, like, get in shape to fight. That's not even a criticism. That's an observation about Keemstar. I mean, about Ethan. So, I don't know. Now, me personally, I'll go get ready to box. I'll fight you. I'll go get a trainer locally. I'll learn to box. I'll drop 100 pounds. I could do it with the motivation. I'll rock the fuck out of you, brother. It would be bad, okay? I know I'm a big guy, but I'm pretty athletic, okay? All right, let's do it. Let's do it, Keemstar. Come on.
You know, do a little session. We won't even film it. It'll
Wait,
be
what's
one of
up?
those
Like,
things.
is he too fast? Is that what it is?
Yeah, you might be too fast.
Yeah, he's just too fast. He just can't. He doesn't want to destroy people like that.
I wouldn't want to fight Boogie because I'd fucking annihilate him. I'm not even kidding. It wouldn't even be a fair fight against Keemstar, to be honest with you. Like, if I trained, I think that I could see myself fighting the guy from Epic Mealtime, but he'd kick my ass because he's been training obviously longer than me. Sam Hyde probably because I'm 6'4". I'm a big guy and I'm pretty athletic. So what if I trained up? I'd be a decent well, I'd get my ass kicked by both of them, but I think I could put up a fight if I trained for like 6 months. You know what I mean? I think it could be entertaining, but I don't know who else. I'd also have to get laser eye surgery.
It would be interesting. I think he should do it. I think it would give him more like legitimacy in the boxing world.
It's Keemstar.
Just to spar Ian even once. I personally, even if that
That'd be
never saw the
interesting.
light of day, I would just like to
Even
see
him just hitting the bag, just filming himself
Yeah.
hitting the bag would be great.
it. Yeah.
As tall as
Keemstar would also be like anomaly though.
Oh, he's 5'8". Yeah, dude. I don't think he could really fight anybody. Keemstar's got that Tom Cruise effect. You know, Tom Cruise is only 5'7", but Keemstar like records himself in a way that makes him look taller. You guys notice that?
I have to wear a hat.
Yeah.
He has to wear his ugly ass hat during the fight.
Well, there was.
Listen, dude. Honestly, though, I've never seen Keemstar without his hat and without his shirt on, even in the pool. Why? Why are you so self-conscious?
He's got the
Originally,
beard.
there was Ethan was kind of keen to do a fight
You don't think I could have a laser eye in the boxing ring? Yeah, that's fair. That's exactly what I meant. Thank you.
with Keemstar.
I was pushing hard for
We
that.
were pushing too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was pushing
Okay.
so hard for
Okay,
that.
it's good to know we were hitting them from different angles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, Keemstar and Ethan, like, how would that look? I feel like that would be like two grandpas fighting. Maybe Keemstar would surprise me. I don't know. Ethan Klein height. Because I feel like these are two. He's 5'11". These two are two very unathletic people.
Like, I mean, on the one hand, I was like, I'm not fighting, but I was like, you should definitely fight Keemstar. Because it would have been dope. I was like, look, dude, we'll give you fucking steroids. Like, I'll help you.
Oh my god.
Steroids.
Like, dude, can you imagine? Can you imagine Ethan Klein just fucking peeled, just jacked? It would be so sick.
He really needs to do that as well, because I think he's so used to having this like image of like, you know, the fat guy, you know, that's like, he really needs to bulk up.
You just said Keemstar would cheat, but they're talking about Ethan going on PEDs. So.
Want him to, I just want him to do steroids just for no reason.
Yeah.
Like it'd be sick. Like
he
just comes back. Yeah. He just like is wearing a fat suit throughout the process too. He's like hiding it. And people are like, oh man, Ethan, like your face is getting weirdly skinny.
That would be pretty cool. He can just do a prosthetic face. He can make him look like fat. He should make, if anything, he should make himself look fatter every day, so people think he's going in the opposite direction.
But your body still looks kind of droopy. What's up with that? And then he's like, bam.
He only needs to maintain it for like, you know, a month. Just have fit Ethan month, and then go back to his usual
grind
figure.
I feel like this fight would be horrible.
pizza grind.
It'd be terrible.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God, he eats frozen pizza, which is so much worse than just like if you're gonna eat pizza, and I love pizza, definitely a big vice for me. Just
My box tips are. I just feel like I'm not trying to be rude, but I wouldn't want to fight somebody that's like an easy win. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm really not. Like, I think I'm a fat guy, but I think people don't really understand that. Like, I'm actually fairly athletic. Like, I'm a pretty. I played sports from like a very young age. I used to like train for strongman. Like, I'm not super strong, but like I have a pretty, like, a reasonably strong body. Like, I have a good base. Okay, so I wouldn't want to fucking annihilate this guy.
just like don't eat frozen pizza. Anyway, that's completely unrelated to the matter.
Oh, I like that hammer. That's a great.
Yeah.
The Hebrew
Apparently,
hammer.
Philip DeFranco has said he would fight Ethan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Will I fight Ethan? Yo, if Ethan wanted to, and there was enough time for both of us to like dedicate to it, not any like 3-6 months.
This is,
stuff, like,
I think,
like,
the
super close to
closest we
future,
have,
which
to
is
getting
dangerous because who knows if
Ethan
either of us is
fight.
going to be relevant. Just me. I'm the one that might not be relevant by then.
Because this is way more even.
My PR deadlift 600. Not anymore, but yeah, bro. Would I fight Hasan? He kicked my ass. If I trained for like a year, I think I could take him. If we both, even with him training too.
I'd be
Dude,
open
he's
to
opening
it.
Pokemon cards or something.
What's happening?
What is he doing on the side?
What's going on?
I mean, that would be incredible.
It'd be a
That would be
laugh.
incredible.
It'd be the,
Yeah, fat leather.
Franco's now Pokemon YouTuber.
Athletic.
Yeah, I would be
yeah.
down for that.
That would be sick. Okay, so you're now so you're doing like the thriller thing now. You guys have completely stopped. You're not doing documentaries anymore. You're not doing content comp anymore. You're just a boxing promoter now. Is that correct?
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Now
Okay.
we'll do a documentary now and again to keep the lights on.
It's
Because
just
these
hard.
events are charity events. Like
Yeah.
we're not. I mean, we didn't make any money other than like recouping costs.
Yeah, and
That's really noble. I feel like they should have still made some money. Like, you can do that. Even charity events usually try to make some money. I think that it's like a really nice thing to donate money, but like you should pay yourself for time, especially as a fighter.
the fighter purse that you get for fighting
Yeah.
because you're a fighter.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's really hard. Right after the event happened, we had so many people coming up to us asking us to do it again, including like our broadcasting partner and
A
the
bunch of my
production
friends
partner.
got fucking really excited. They were like, "We're gonna fight. We want to fight now."
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
in the space.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of people that are like definitely interested.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We want to keep the vibes good.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard because we'll have a lot of people being like, "I want to fight my mortal enemy," and it's like no one's mortal enemy ever wants to actually fight.
Yeah. It
True.
never happened.
It kind of has to come from a place of mutual-ish respect.
Of like, I just want to know if I
Yeah,
can beat
because
the
you're
shit out of
putting
this
too much
person.
on the line if you want to like fight someone you're mortal enemies with. It makes
Yeah.
it that much harder for everyone to agree to it.
Yeah, if you lose, you look like an asshole. That's why I don't have any mortal enemies. All my enemies are dead.
No,
I was gonna say they're immortal, but
or I feel like it's gonna be dangerous and weird
more.
if they if there's
Yeah.
like two people that like absolutely despise one another fighting.
Yeah, it
you
clashes.
You get
a lot.
headbutts. Like,
be
I don't
awesome.
know if you saw
Weirdness.
the Showstar boxing event, but like a dude headbutted another dude within like the first minute.
wow.
Crazy.
It was insane.
Because you need to essentially win at all costs. Like it's no longer like kind of friendly.
I will say, Hasan, if you fought Crowder, that would be my dream.
Steven Crowder.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. That's like the only person that's like in my weight range that is like a conservative
I would
commentator.
Who would win it versus Hasan and Steven Crowder? It's like Link fighting Shadow Link, right? I don't know who would win. I don't know who would win. I just don't know. That's tough, bro. I want to see that. Yeah, I'd watch that too.
Love that.
I don't think he'd be down to do it. I feel like I'd be down to do that.
I will try and bother him. You know, Gavin McGinnis called Ian hot and cool the other day.
Oh, God.
Because
Oh,
he
my
watched the
God.
fight and he was like, "Well, I thought he was like a dumb nerd, but he kind of looks epic. He's got like cool hair."
You do look like a
Cool
Vice
hair.
guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Now you do look like you got the Yeah,
fair.
especially with the mullet, you do look like you would be, I don't know, trying ayahuasca or something.
Right. I had to tone that down by getting the nails done.
Yeah. No, I mean that stuff doesn't count anymore. It's like 2022. You know, I'm gonna
No,
have my
yeah,
nails
even the-
painted soon as well, later in this broadcast.
Mm.
But Moist Critical commentating was amazing. Yeah, Moist. Oh, dude, if he fought, that'd be sick to see.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so selfish because like on the one hand, I'm sure people would love to see me fight too, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to do that because like, you know, I don't want to fuck myself up. But also simultaneously, I'm like, I would love to see
Hey,
all.
it's for charity. Okay, Hasan, you socialist fuck. Get fucked up for charity, bro. Get fucked up for charity. Okay?
all of these people fight.
It's pretty life changing. I would say
It is
it's
life-changing.
It's it's going to be one of the like most memorable experiences of your life.
Also,
and
like-
everyone who signed up for it, even the people who got punched in the face and TKO'd, like they all said afterward, like, "Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that again." So
Most
it's
of
not
them-
definitely not as scary as people make it out.
Yeah, most of them passionately want to do it again.
Yeah, I feel like Crowder might win too. I would probably put, if I had to choose, I'd probably put my money on Crowder. I feel like he would win. And that might be completely inaccurate. I just feel like Crowder could fight more. I have no justification for that. I don't have anything. Okay? I don't have anything. I have no reason for that, but it just feels that way.
Like a lot of them are like trying to get on the card, you know, right away. So
Yeah. And it's also good because I think people are realizing that it's not a bad thing to lose. Like losing isn't the worst thing that happens. It is the worst thing if you're facing your mortal enemy, but
Yeah, that's why like I can't. If I fight Steven Crowder, like I have to beat his ass.
you have to win. Yeah.
Yeah, if I
Yeah, but is Steven Crowder his mortal enemy? Like, is that him fighting his true self? I wouldn't put those two as like mortal enemies. What about Steven Crowder and I mean not Steven Crowder, Hasan? Who's Hasan's mortal enemy? Bro, it's probably like Destiny, but Hasan would fuck up Destiny. Hasan would put that. He would fuck up Destiny. He'd fuck him up. Let's be honest here. I feel like that's his only like mortal enemy. Is everybody? Yeah, Tucker Carlson. Oh god.
if I lose to Steven Crowder, it's over. Like the progressive movement is set back by decades at that point. You know what I mean?
Sam
It's
Hyde.
not
I don't think
acceptable.
so.
yeah.
no, that's fair.
So it is like there is pride there for sure. Aren't you looking
Charlie
foot taller than
Kirk.
Steven Crowder? I don't know. He's like big dude.
I think it would be pretty even. You might be a
see.
couple
I think
inches.
he's a big dude. I thought he was like a
I think he'd
big
be a couple inches bigger.
hockey guy.
He's 6'2". Okay, I am
Easy.
bigger than him.
Easy.
What are you, 6'3"?
But he is a bulky dude for sure. I mean, he's not like
But he's probably got bad habits. I think he probably does like jujitsu or some like other things that aren't boxing.
I mean, that's not, I get what he's saying. Bad habit. Like he wouldn't be great in a boxing match because other instincts would kick in. But like, let's be honest, boxing probably not the best form of like realistic combat. I think maybe I'm wrong about that. I could be wrong. I don't know. Destiny versus Ryan Beard. That might be fair. That might be even. Destiny versus Mr. Girl. How about Mr. Girl versus his ex-girlfriend or something? I mean, like that sounds more like Mr. Girl would only take that fight. But
oh, I think
So
he's
he'd probably try to slam you and he could get DQ'd.
I think he's well, I mean, he's a bad heart. He almost died.
Oh,
that's
Oh,
true.
right.
they
That's
wouldn't
true.
let him then. The boxing, it's crazy how strict the boxing commission is. They almost didn't let Dad fight because he's 40. Even though his EKG.
What the fuck?
I'm not even kidding. Like his EKG came back good, and the doctor, like the boxing commission doctor, was still like, no, I need a second opinion.
Yeah, he almost died because he has like a bad heart. Because I think he had like a chest hole.
Oh,
You know what that is? Like
yeah.
when you have like an indented chest or whatever, like a chest pussy.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that is? Is the chest pussy like actual like
Yeah, that's the medical term for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
that? Because one of our fighters this time might have a chest pussy, and I'm not sure.
Oh, you're not gonna say it? I know a lot of people with chest pussies, so I'm not gonna leak it. But yeah,
That might be a bad thing.
he like got surgery for it. I think he had a collapsed lung or something as a consequence of that. And he was in literally the fucking he was in the hospital for like weeks and weeks. And of course we were all praying.
Right.
Oh, his heart was too big. Okay, that's hard. Is that what it is? Crowder's heart was too big. Wow, must be like the Grinch.
I was waiting.
Oh, dude, hold on a second, guys.
And of course we were all praying. Fucking he was in the hospital for like weeks and weeks. And of course we were all praying.
Wow,
Right.
I can't believe Hasan. That guys, Keemstar, you have to cancel Hasan because he just said he didn't care if Steven Crowder dies. Okay, it's not a joke; it's a statement, guys. Because nothing is a joke when I decide it's not a joke to try to cancel somebody. So Keemstar, you better get Hasan because he wishes that Crowder died. What a piece of shit! Jokes don't exist unless I do them. Then anything's a joke. Okay, unless it's just if the joke doesn't require yelling profane words at somebody, like the N word or the F slur, then it's not a joke. Okay, that's the only way. How do you know it's a joke if somebody doesn't say that? How do you know about? How can you make a satirical, dry humor joke if I can't get it? Okay, I don't really get dry humor. So if you make a joke like that, like Hasan did, it's a call to violence, guys. Okay, clutch your pearls, guys. Okay.
I was waiting.
I'm just stopping there. We were just praying, you know.
See,
but
he was praying for Crowder to die. Are you serious, dude? Keemstar, you need to cancel this guy. He prayed for a person to die. Oh my God, are you serious, dude? Keemstar, you gotta fucking get this guy. Needs to be. If it was anybody else, if they would be banned off YouTube. Jesus Christ, Keemstar, where are you? I gotta eat some pearls to clutch. Keemstar, help us.
But yeah,
he can handle a lot though. He volunteered to get like a knee on his neck or something
Well,
like that,
where-
right?
well-
oh yeah,
wearing
that
a
was
neck
bullshit.
brace.
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
was
God.
such bullshit too. That pussy, he didn't actually like get the same treatment either.
No.
But I mean, Steven Crowder has fought before. But yeah, that's why he hates unions. Yeah. Oh yeah, he was. By the way, never let a content moment get away. You know, Steven Crowder was doing merch and podcast promos on his heart surgery vlog.
Hey, listen, do your thing, brother.
Fuck.
Yeah, listen to my podcast. If I die, like
Hey.
still listen to my podcast on that.
If he dies, his wife and kids have some money. Does he have a wife or kids? I think maybe. Okay.
Apps.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Love Crowder shop.
Son versus Andrew Tate, bro. Let's be honest. Andrew Tate would fuck as much of an annoying, high value, like dumb fucking high value man he is. He's a boxer. He's a fighter. I don't think he's a boxer. He's not even a boxer, is he? Is he doing Muay Thai? Am I wrong? Muay Thai? Am I saying that right? Or maybe he's a boxer. He would fucking annihilate anybody. Why would you? That wouldn't even be a fair fight for anybody. Are you kidding me? He would fucking destroy these guys. He destroyed me, of course. Everybody. He fucking Andrew Tate was a fighter. Like that wouldn't even be entertaining. Like to be one person that's like horribly outmatched somebody, that'd be horrible.
Crowder shop.
Kickboxer, I still feel like he'd be athletic enough to fucking destroy somebody in regular boxing.
The doctor there.
Yeah. No, it's great.
The only way that you'd win against Andrew Tate in a boxing fight is if he accidentally kicked you because it's like muscle memory, and then he lost by disqualification. That's it.
So we'll see. I mean, that's something that I could
Son and Nick Fuentes, maybe.
be interested in.
But I mean, would you be honest? Like,
up?
given that you would have to win with someone like Crowder, don't you think it would be a better idea to fight someone who
It's like a friend,
Not even a friend, just neutral.
in the space who isn't like a piece of shit?
pretty much. Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, you're right
I
about that.
I don't know, dude. The hype for the event for somebody that you hated, that would be epic. Okay. That would be epic, bro. Okay, interesting. That was an interesting bet. I'm fucking crazy, dude. Holy shit.
Penguin Stress just
Hey, thank you
resubscribed
for
for
the sub,
2
brother.
months.
What is this?
Okay, so let's talk about incels, because I mean, and I don't know if you want to talk about this, but
Monkey
Hey,
just
thank you for the sub, brother.
subscribed.
What is this?
Oh no, we
and
can
anything
talk about that.
anything that you don't want to talk about, we don't have to. But like, I remember there was a big fallout, and people were like very upset at you, because of both of you actually. As a matter,
Oh, because he was dating somebody that did OnlyFans, right? That's why people are upset. Okay.
of fact, like there was like a fan base drama.
Listen. Here's the reality, okay? If your girlfriend does OnlyFans and you're a cuck, that's just life. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. But here's the thing, guys. It's okay to be a cuck. Because realistically speaking, iDubbbz dating a OnlyFans person is getting more pussy than you. You're a fucking virgin. And it's not by choice. You're an incel. Voluntary. Who's higher on the food chain? You are, because you know well enough to stay away from girls because they're gross. Okay?
Thought that you betrayed them by being pro sex work.
Yeah, I think it was just. I think a lot of people think.
OnlyFans. Is OnlyFans pro sex work? It's so weird because OnlyFans is like this weird in between where it's like not real. It's like it's OnlyFans is as much sex work as like League of Legends is a sport. Okay, right? Because it's like, because you don't have to put the, I mean, I guess you could put the wee in you, but you don't have to put the wee in you. I'm assuming that she doesn't do any content with other guys. Then that's a line crosser for me personally. I personally wouldn't let it happen. Okay. And it's still frustrating. I get to do OnlyFans. I get it to do OnlyFans. Like, it can be like a little like frustrating because it's like an emotional toll to like sell your body for money. But I don't think it's the same necessarily. It's like sex work light. It's like a Diet Coke. Right? It's not even a Coke. It's not even a Coke Zero. It's close. That's close to a Coke. Tastes close. It's a Diet Coke without caffeine. Caffeine-free Diet Coke.
I think that you kind of need to fit in a camp, one camp or the other. And I think some people have like seen my content, and like I think one of the better examples is like me shitting on Tana Mojo.
Yeah.
Mojo. And they sort of like filled in the blanks and said like, all right, you gotta hate women. You gotta hate women like this or whatever.
You're like, I hate women, but not in the way you think I hate women. Me too, brother. Don't worry. Same.
So I think it was just a shock. I mean, it's pretty typical response because if like I think a lot of like the main technique I think to gain a following is you remain as ambiguous as you can.
Oh yeah, true. That's what I did.
You're wanting to
famously.
Yeah. Maybe for the political commentators that's an exception, but
no, at Tim Pool, like still people think he's a liberal. You know what I mean? Like,
well, so I know what iDubbbz is saying. Like, what? Okay. When you remain ambiguous, you give like really basic messages out to people. Basically, like you still will sit in a particular camp, but you're not going to be super focused about what you're saying, so that what you're saying is very open to interpretation. Hasan 100% does that as well. Like I'm not like I used to do that. I don't do it anymore. I try to be like, in order to not be ambiguous, you have to like qualify almost everything that you say when you talk. Constantly, especially when you talk about social issues, you gotta qualify almost everything. You know, so like, yeah, Hasan did the same thing. He might not do it anymore. I don't know. But like, for instance, I know the 9/11 take. Oh, America deserved 9/11. That's like a very, I guess you say, like ambiguous take. Like it's not super specific. And I say ambiguous in the sense where like you can extrapolate multiple meanings from that. So you can be like, oh, okay, I think Hasan's doing a commentary about how like the Americans' involvement, or America, not Americans, America's involvement in the Middle East destabilized them, and it caused like in turn a terror attack. Or you can extrapolate, I hate America, right? Those are the two of the options, probably the two only options, right? So that's what you usually do. You kind of make a very bland statement, and it attracts people to watch you. You know, now, you know, obviously, also that's a very controversial statement. He's being controversial intentionally to generate an audience. But like, yeah, I guess that's what you would call like be like somewhat ambiguous about like a statement. Like if I made like a really edgy joke, I'll actually use like an edgy joke that I made a while ago. There was a supermarket. He's going to get me in trouble. There was like a supermarket that was doing like black-owned business, woman-owned business, veteran-owned business, etc. And I made the joke like, "Oh, the supermarket is doing this," and this one TikTok for my band. I said, now I know what not to shop for. Now, some people could be like, oh, he's just making like a silly, edgy joke. Other people could be like, oh, he's racist. I love this guy, right? So like that's how I guess you'd be like ambiguous. You don't get super specific. You get very like bland, hot takes that are open to multiple different interpretations, so that like different audiences going to be attracted to you. So you can, especially since you can have like angry audiences that is positive. That's usually positive, like for attention sometimes. Angry audiences are oh my god, I can't believe he said this. Other people will be like, oh, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, and then other people that are like, yeah, base, what a racist, I love this guy, or like a bigot, right? That's how you would do that.
Oh.
There are, I know it's insane, but they definitely do that. Like political commentators do that as well. Anyone, you're absolutely right. It's the same shit that brands do. It is like basically trying to be as inoffensive as possible to as broad a demographic as possible.
I disagree with like how he's categorizing it. I think it's not being as what word did he use? Sorry, he used like, it's not trying to be as inoffensive as possible. It's just trying to be as open to interpretation as possible, so different people will extrapolate different meanings.
By like sometimes taking a position when it goes too far, like, you know, that's how you saw like the Barstool guys even come out and be like, yeah, this abortion shit's crazy, like you guys got to chill out. Right. But like usually just kind of having like a mishmash of different political opinions that you can pick from either side,
right,
as you see fit.
Yeah, exactly. You speak confidently about the thing you're confident about.
Yeah.
And you don't say anything about the things that are a little bit more sus. So I think people saw that and they're like, all right, I'm going to fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
And then when it was revealed that I didn't care about OnlyFans, I was just,
Well, iDubbbz was in like the more, incel virgin category. And then people kind of assumed he aligned with that. And he didn't necessarily speak out against some of the stuff that community would do, I guess. And then when he had an OnlyFans girlfriend, they were like, oh my God, I thought you hated women. What the fuck? Right? He's still in like an area. He still aligns, or he publicly aligns with like a particular area. He just doesn't speak out against it. Right? Does that make sense?
there was a portion of my fan base who
I
were
love you too.
disappointed.
It's crazy though, because there's like a really old video.
Maybe they were
of Ian
disappointed because your girlfriend's OnlyFans is too expensive. I don't know that though, because I have never looked at it.
from like way before I met him.
You guys want something to drink, by the way?
Oh no, I'm good right now. Way before I met Ian, where he even says, he's like, if women want to like do sex work, like that's just capitalism. Like they're just marketing. Like even like you were what 23, I think, when you made that video of you talking about being very neutral to women and sex work. And that was like, I mean, for a 23-year-old to feel that way.
Yeah, I don't think I was there at 23. I was definitely, I had some resentment for sure.
So it's just weird that people think that he changed that because
Yeah, I don't think I gave a shit at 23. I honestly don't think I cared. I think most people that don't give that much of a shit. I think a lot of people, like a lot of gamers in the online community, like complain about women because they're like, oh my God, women can just sell their boobs and make millions of dollars. What a fucking privilege. When it's like only attractive women can do that. And then you have to understand like all attractive people have benefits that you don't get. Just being attractive makes your life easier. Just so you know, people will just be nicer to you. Just baseline. It will make your life infinitely easier. It's just a reality. That's why I'm fucking superstar famous. No, but your presentation as a person drastically improves how you like what your attractiveness level, your cleanliness level, your ability to like, actually verbally speak, communicate, etc.
he's literally always been that way since I've met him, like super pro.
Yeah, but people just like choose what they want to hear pretty much. Like I feel like they'll just like
Right,
you said.
you have to outright say it for them to kind of...
Yeah, and when you do, they're like, oh, I feel betrayed.
Right.
Which is kind of weird. But I think ultimately what you need to do is just, keep your head down and make good content, and then they'll shut the fuck up and come back if they want to.
Yeah, and that's what it's always been about anyway, for the most part, is just creating entertaining things. There's always been like a little bit of, like, I don't know, certain things can be political and certain things can't be. I think I saw you react to like my video about wearing the masks. Like, some people like, freaked out about those. And that was something I felt very confident in speaking about, but I'm not going to
What do you say? Wear a mask? I don't know.
get into the fucking, like, the tough stuff.
Yeah.
Talk about, if we're going to talk about politics, and I don't know how comfortable you guys are. I mean, I know you're comfortable talking about politics, but I don't know how comfortable you
I
are
don't
about
care.
it.
Liberal women always so comfortable talking about politics. Go away, okay? Shut the fuck up. I'm just kidding.
Do you feel like any of your opinions politically has shifted over the years?
Yes,
Well, that's very normal for that to happen. Yeah.
I think so.
You go.
Oh my God.
In what ways?
Like you're more interesting than me.
Okay, I'll go then.
That was interesting. I don't think that I've super shifted. I think I was like apolitical for a while, and then I got into politics, and I've been very progressive. I'm a big Jon Stewart lover. A little disappointed, but love Jon Stewart. I hit UBI lately. The only thing that's like turning me off to UBI and turning towards a negative income tax. UBI is for everybody. Negative income tax is just for like poor people, or on a scale, is because I don't think that people with a lot of money need more money, which I already knew. But it's probably easier to do like a sliding scale. So like UBI was like $1,000 a month. That was what I used to support, which I still do to everybody 18 and older, which I think is great. Now it's more of like a negative income tax. It's like, okay, if you like you make $10,000 a year, maybe you get $15,000 a year. And then if you make like $15,000 a year, maybe you get like $12,000, like a sliding scale, something along those lines. But yeah, I'm still pretty similar. I'm just more educated on different like social issues. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think I'm just like a lot more, I don't know what the word would be, moderate. Like, I think a lot of my opinions were a little bit like...
Son, you have to tell him to fucking kill himself. You're so against moderates.
What's the word?
Libertarian?
Yeah, I just kind of stupid. I still like hold, I think, most of the beliefs. I just don't think that people were bringing up the whole N-word thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing I was talking to Hasan about more than anything else. I would love to is universal basic income, because he's an advocate against it. He's not a big fan of UBI, which blows my fucking mind, and he shits on it constantly because he doesn't think it's good enough. So I'd love to talk about like what we could do.
And I think basically like I'm just like not the It's totally fine. I don't need to say the N word. That's like, I think I had this
What is happening? What is this N-word take? Why is this about politics?
philosophy where like you're kind of telling me something's off limits and it pisses me off.
Here's the take. Probably shouldn't say the word, but if you're gonna say it in private, whatever, it is what it is. But just don't say it in public, especially to a fucking black person. Like I don't know, you want me, like, there you go.
And I'm like, some comedians are able to say that. I should say that, and I just don't think it's not necessary. You
Yeah.
know?
Interesting.
So that's probably one of the. I mean, it's
Coward.
It's moving from like it's like moving half a step in a different direction. It's like not really much of a
I think
change
you're.
up.
I think you.
This is such a weird conversation. We boiled down politics to whether you should or shouldn't say the N-word. I feel like there's okay.
I think you claim conservatism more than you actually were, though. Because like, looking at your old stuff, like looking at your content clubs and stuff like that I've watched in the past, like it didn't, outside of your free speech absolutist position, it didn't seem like you were, you know, any different than any other content creator on YouTube in that same era. As a matter of fact, you were probably like more towards the center or left.
I mean, I think Hasan was in that similar category as well. He used to make like really, really cool videos about being a frat boy. So
Than most content creators of that era, because you were shitting on the most like right wing content creators of that era. Maybe not like officially positioning yourself as that,
Right.
but it did feel like, I mean, you were like, you dunked on Keemstar, Rice Gum. Like, obviously these are apolitical people, but they're still like very heavily slanted to the right.
was that? Were you being racist? Are you saying Are you saying that Rice Gum is slanted? Oh my god, Keemstar, you have to stop with these you have to stop with these horrible racist slurs. First Gideon and now Rice Gum, bro. The fuck? Got to take it down a notch, bro. Jesus.
Leafy, another person like that. Like these, and some of them have come out about their position, come out with their political positions. But like,
Okay.
I would say that they were still like very much like the attitude that they resembled was very much like right wing. You know what I mean?
I
Sure.
feel like also like there was just a lot of things that Ian had never experienced or understood. Like
I'm assuming he's like Keemstar is like fairly conservative.
he had never met a Muslim before, and then he ended up marrying one. But like that was something that really changed. I
Alhamdulillah.
feel like,
Is she? Who's a Muslim? She?
alhamdulillah. That's but
Bismillah,
Yeah, mashallah, mashallah.
I
Oh,
taught him
she's Muslim, I guess. Okay.
the Fatiha. But that there's a video of him.
I'm just saying 'cause she's very white passing, so I would assume somebody who's Muslim is probably browner skin, but you know, I guess that's you know, you live and you learn, guys.
Chopping a Quran in half. And when my dad was still mentally sane, I was terrified that he was going to find that video of Ian. He's like,
God,
in
I did not know that.
Yeah, he chops a Quran in half with a cleaver, and I was like, oh my god, if my dad ever fucking sees that.
It was less intentional. It was more just random unboxing.
I know that like a Muslim is a religion, but like I think that it's not a hot take to say most people that are Muslim, I've noticed, tend to be of a darker complexion. Okay, I haven't seen a whole lot of white Muslim people. All right, I don't think that that's like a hot fucking take. All right, so that's why I was surprised. Okay, I mean Jesus Christ. All right, guys, chill the fuck out. All right, and you know what the fuck I was saying. Don't fucking come at me with this technicality garbage mumbo jumbo. All right, fuck you.
And I'm just, you know,
Sorry.
Oopsie.
That would get you, like, literally. My dad would literally murder you. Probably. But
Yeah, Kafir Americans, you know, it is what it is. Okay, well, I didn't even know that. Never mind. Yeah, no, it's all
it was
good.
before him. I mean, most people don't. I mean,
No, the way I see it, what I present, what I talk about regularly is that I think people should, like, one of the things that I get really annoyed about with the way that the left presents itself on the internet is that people act like you are unable to change. You're unable to change your mind. You're unable to change your opinion. You're unable to you know, atone from your sins of the past or whatever. Even if it's not like something as severe, even if you don't even personally see it as like a sin or a crime or anything like that. I believe in rehabilitation over incarceration regardless. Like, I think that even if you literally do a crime, I personally believe that you can learn from your mistakes and not repeat that and become like a.
I kind of feel like this is not the same energy Hasan takes to his actual political alignment. He tends to be very antagonistic and aggressive. I feel like, maybe I'm wrong, I feel like this is a little bit of a he's playing nice and kind of presenting himself in a way where he's like very, oh, I'm very forgiving, I'm very charitable, I'm very this. I don't think that that's actually what you think. I think that's what you say, but when it comes down to it, I don't think that's true. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'd be more convinced if you had more conversations with people. You don't, though, which is unfortunate. I'm not even saying me. It's just like, Hasan was beefing with Bull Blacks, really? I don't think that this is like a genuine Hasan feeling, is what I'm trying to say. This feels like bullshit. But okay. I just haven't seen this behavior. To have conversations with people, like, try to change their perspective. That's the thing, is like, I don't know if he can change their perspective, because he even had, like, he got very heavily criticized by the trans community for failing to advocate for trans people, to Christian Walker of all people. But okay.
A normal human being, like a productive member of society. So of course, when it comes to what liberals or leftists or progressive people think is like a really bad behavior, demonstrating like bad ideas, bad behavior, I know that it comes from social conditioning and it's learned behavior, and that people can change, and it's something that should be celebrated rather than constantly thrown in your face non-fucking stop.
It just feels very dishonest. I think I watch too much Hasan. So like, I know when he puts on this cadence in his voice where it just feels very dishonest. Like, this isn't the genuine Hasan. This is like the performance piece Hasan. But okay, I mean, okay, that's not what we're here for.
I don't have an issue with that.
We're just here for iDubbbz, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I'm the one I think has gotten. I'm more extreme than Ian, where I'm like pretty anti-capitalist. I hate landlords. I hate the system that we're in. Like, I think the reason why I really like the charity boxing event is because at least we can like find ways to give money to people who actually need it, rather
I love capitalism.
than like just being. I think like
It's my favorite. I probably would do away with landlords, though. It's so interesting because when I talk about UBI, one of the things people say is like, well, what happens if there's always a conversation about what's preventing people from jacking up prices across the board. And there are some aspects of capitalism that would auto-regulate that. So, for instance, your local McDonald's, it's going to go up in cost, of course, because there's more money in the market. But McDonald's isn't going to increase the cost of their like dollar menu to $5 or $10, right? Because if they do that, the Burger King across the street is just going to not charge you that. That would regulate itself. The issue, as long as there's competition, and there's an argument to be made that in like food deserts, the competition isn't there as much. However, with the increase in money in a particular area, you're going to see more businesses rising up to take that money. So the competition will be generated. The issue is that when it comes to landlords, I personally don't care about landlords. Like, I don't really care if it's the landlord running the stuff or the government running it. The issue is like, if the landlord's like, oh, your price was $2,000, now it's $2,500, a drastic, unrealistic increase. And so if that abuse did happen, I'd advocate for like the government buying up land, that land from that person. Because if like we do like a UBI of $1,000 and someone's like, oh my God, I have more money. And the landlord's like, okay, instead of $2,000, I'm going to charge you $2,500. That's an unjustifiable, massive increase. I'd say, okay, well, like you're like if your greed is what's preventing people from having like a reasonable redistribution of wealth, you shouldn't be able to do your job. You shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to steal money from people like that. So you need like regulate, balance. I would be fine with the government running it. I really don't give a fuck, really. Who gives a shit? I think one of the good things, though, because it's so interesting, because we talk a lot about how there's a lot of land in the United States, but like there's not a lot of people. There's also a lot of homeless people. So why not put them in those houses? I think one of the problems is that you have there's a very dense population of homeless and poor people, and it's like, oh, there's a lot of room in the United States, but like where those people are, there's not enough room to place them. With the universal, there's also the conversation about how homeless people tend to have like mental health issues or substance abuse issues, but. However, like if you increase money, it allows people to move other places and have economic infrastructure. And I don't think people understand that. Like obviously, there has to be there has to be business in the area for you to galvanize around that area. So like you could just there's some fucking like, you know, if you don't have a strong infrastructure, economic infrastructure, well then how the fuck are you gonna live? With a UBI, you can generate artificially, I suppose you'd say, a infrastructure. So like all of a sudden, like, okay, a bunch of people, let's say 1,000 people move, but $1,000 a month. That's $1 million a month if my math is correct. Right? Even homeless people would get it. So then all of a sudden you can develop infrastructure. What's going to move with those people? You need houses, you need electricity, you need water, there's going to need food, then there's going to be fast food, there's going to be entertainment. You're creating jobs in a particular area and you're funneling money into those jobs. That would be one of the benefits of universal basic income, a very basic concept of, rather than using micromanaged welfare of like, here's this is it. You use something very basic so people can decide what they want to do with their money. I know I went on like a UBI rant, but you know, you believe in the universal D income take. Wow, incredible.
I think what really made me mad about boxing events in the past is that it's rich assholes betting their money to make money to like have people that are struggling to like make ends meet and pay rent, watch them do it, and then they'll go home and like have a lot of money and like whatever.
And the fighters are exploited too, like usually. Yeah. But this is like,
I think that's a bigger issue in MMA. With don't they like pay them, like some of them pay really well, but also some of them get like fucking destroyed on their money.
It feels way better where it's like these are people who are getting punched in the face for your entertainment, and your money is actually going towards people that like need it, rather than watching like two 21-year-old privileged rich kids be like, I bet my 2 houses that I'll beat you up. And then no one gets anything. You
know what's so funny? Watching this, I was like, oh, okay, whatever, everything's cool. It's so, and maybe this is just me. What's so weird to me is that iDubbbz is completely quiet in this conversation, and I don't understand it. I can't rationalize this and explain this to you why I find this to be weird. But it's interesting that she's very political, which I think is great. But he's very apolitical, and she's talking to Hasan. But being a married man, I understand that your spouses usually talk, and this seems like a very interesting topic to her. She's very engaged in like the topic of like anti-capitalism and all that. That's totally fine. So I imagine though that she just talks at him, and he just like, yeah, I'm just fucking stupid, I don't know what to say. That seems like weird. That's like cuck behavior. Like, just engage back with your, I don't know. That's just the energy I get. I'm just saying. He tuned himself out. He just listens to her be like, yeah, fuck capitalism. He's like, all right, let's do a charity event, boxing. But hey, okay. I mean, that was an interesting conversation and stuff. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and another special shout out to all my Patreon and Twitch subs. If you'd like to support this channel further than you already have by just watching the video alone, go down to the links below where you can sub on my Patreon, which will allow you to get your name on this beautiful black wall. Or you can go to the Twitch page and you can actually use a free Amazon Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.